All right, let's talk about the 2023 NASCAR season for the channel, the Patreon, everything else. Pearce and I are working together again this year. I'm very happy about that. Got to give you a bit of an update, though. I think this is Pearce's last year of doing this type of stuff. Not just with me, but in general. He's been doing this for a long time. I don't blame him for wanting to take a break and a step back from it after all this. He's been doing it for sites that don't even exist anymore, covering it for sites that don't even exist anymore. It's been an absolute, it's crazy when you look back at the amount of time and effort that he's been doing this for years now. And I don't blame him. But for this year, full bore, all go, full steam ahead. When we're looking at this year, I want you to take a step back real fast and look at the NASCAR DFS industry and the content creators out there, the sites out there. I don't see anybody else holding a candle to what we do. That is not me measuring my dick or anything like that. I've already posted my dick online. I know I have a big dick. I'm not here to do that. When we look at the content that people make regarding this sport and regarding this area of DFS, it's not even close. We did well over 200 videos last year for free. And I know for a fact I had over 200 videos last year for free, previewing each and every race, doing the live shows for each and every race, and doing the projections and stuff. And that's just on a race-by-race basis. That's not including the sheets. That's not including the time and effort-based rewatching, taking notes, analyzing drivers, teams outside of the racing industry, understanding what they're doing, or outside of the track week in and week out, understanding what they're doing. I don't see anybody else holding a candle to that type of dedication and that type of content. You know what else I didn't see? And you know what I don't see? Other shows, other streams, other channels, and this isn't a 1, 2, 3, 4 time occurrence, multiple instances last year of $500 donations on the channel through the super chats on YouTube. I don't see anybody else getting that. I don't see anybody else doing that. I don't have to post screenshots on Twitter. I don't do that. I'm not wasting time on that. I'm spending my time focusing on my one source of income, and that is the Patreon, that is YouTube ad revenue, and that is any winnings that I get from fantasy sports. That is what I do. This is not a secondary job for me. This is not a secondary priority for me. This is what I do for a living, and this is what I've done for numerous years now. You guys have seen me go for multiple apartments because of your support and because of the amount of work that we have put into this stuff, okay? Every single race has been, I've covered every single race for like the last 4 years. It's insane. When we look at projections wise, I've put them up for every single race. Yes, there's some live shows that I've missed because I was sick or out of town. But in terms of working in the sheet, I've been on laptops, at friends, at relatives, at different places, working on that stuff nonstop, making sure that I'm giving you guys the best content out there. I am not mailing it in. Specifically for the smaller sports or for the smaller series, Truck and Xfinity, I've seen the other sites. I've seen their projections. They mail it in. These guys don't even understand what drivers are in these cars. That's not me talking trash. That's just what it is. I'm telling you what I see. And I don't see anybody else holding a candle to what we're going to do this year and what we have been doing. For multiple years now, we've talked about like we're just not charging enough. We're not breaking even. You know, we're basically working for under minimum wage for the amount of time that we both put into this. So entering this year, it's $60 a month. That's just how it's going to be. Now, if you did support us in November and you stayed on the $40 plan before I ended the Patreon paying, or before I paused the Patreon payment stuff, you can stay on the $40 donation, or you can stay on the $40 plan. As a thank you, you do not have to join the $60 one. As a thank you for sticking with me, with Pearce, for supporting us throughout the year. If you were on the old 40 and you stayed on it when I paused it, you do not have to join the $60. Obviously, you can if you want to support us, but as a thank you for sticking around with us, supporting us, thank you very much, guys. The 36 of you guys here, thank you very much. When we look at this, and I need to move this down. What are we getting? The seasonal data sheets. The sheets for every single race. Hours and hours put in, hours, time, and effort to make things actually readable, understandable, having everything you want to look at, okay? I've seen other sites with their sheets. Can you even read that stuff? Is it even like, that's just mailing it in. I've seen them. I'm not ignorant. This is not me talking trash and not knowing what I'm talking about here. Nobody else holds a candle to this type of stuff. When you look at the amount of effort that we put into it, we're there. If you are part of the Patreon and you're in Discord, I'm talking to you. If you send me emails, messages on Patreon, outside of really like an hour before lock on Twitter, I'm answering you. And not just with one word answers. I have conversations with each and every one of you guys that support us. I am loyal to you. You guys are the whole reason why I'm here. So thank you very much for being here and supporting us and stuff. And that is the plan for 2023. So it's going to start in January. And you might even be like, why are you starting in January? NASCAR doesn't even race in January. That's how much people want our stuff. That's how much people support us. We started last year in January. We had a lot of people join us. Okay? People want to start working on this stuff. While everybody else is focusing on NFL, while everybody else is focusing on other sites, you know what I don't do? I don't quit NASCAR halfway through the year because the NFL shows up. I don't quit because I get tired. I don't show up. Like, look at all the channels that have popped up. Look at all the sites that have popped up that cover NASCAR for a few months, for a while. They don't even make it a year. Or they make it a year, then they don't return because they underestimate the amount of time and effort needed and required to do this stuff correctly. I've been here for multiple years. You can go back and see 4 years of content, 4 years of stuff that I've made. Okay? So that's just where we're at. Same thing with Pearce. Always working on the sheets, already putting hours and hours and hours of time and effort into the sheets right now during the off season. You know what other people are doing in the off season? They're focusing on other sites. On other sports. That's not what we're doing. We're here ready to kill it for the 2023 NASCAR season. So thank you for always being here. Thank you for supporting the work. Thank you for watching the videos. And just thank you for being here. And I hope that you join us for the 2023 NASCAR DFS season. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. I'll see you this year.